Well, I dare to challenge you on that little benefit. I would observe that it's been an unbelievable crisis, number one, which in terms of brutality, depth, but also very unusual source, meaning services in particular, which has contributed enormously to the recession, and consumption, which has also contributed significantly to the recession, two very uncharacteristic causes for such crisis. So given the magnitude of what we faced, all actors, including the IMF, I have to say, because Kristalina does not sing the praise of the IMF, but we're here for that as well. But all actors actually stepped up to the plate and did things that were totally out of the ordinary course of business. If I look at my own corner, to actually see fiscal and monetary policies work together in the same direction and support each other in many ways, number one. Number two, seeing all 27 European countries decide that they're going to borrow jointly in order to give grants to those most affected by the crisis was also totally unheard of. And I would say that the magnitude of the support that we put in place has actually produced exactly the effects that we intended. In other words, we wanted to stabilize markets. We did that. We wanted to make sure that the risk of fragmentation would totally go away. When I look at the current situation, it is certainly the case. And we especially wanted to make sure that the real economy, you know, the families, the enterprises, small, medium-sized and large ones, would have access to credit, would be able to borrow from banks. And we've put in place huge programs in order to make sure that financing would be available without much restriction, because if I look at the interest rates at which corporates can borrow, roughly 1.5, the interest rate that families can borrow, roughly 1.3, and when I look at the increase of credit that has been available in the last few months, I would say it has been very successful, and it's exactly what we intended. Are we ready to carry on and continue to support as and when needed? Of course we are.
A lot of weaponry from the central bank armory has been used in getting us to this point. I listened to Jerome Powell's recent speech, and it almost seemed that he was begging for the US government to step in. Are we at a stage here, actually, where despite the claims, actually the limits of what can be achieved in both monetary policy and fiscal policy are beginning to be reached?
You know, I think that, Jeff, this is not the debate. The debate at the moment is, as Kristalina put it, it's about lives and livelihood. And we're still in the long grass for the moment, and there's still a lot of work to be done, especially as from this corner of the world in Europe, we're seeing, you know, recurrences of contagion. We're seeing maybe a second wave on the horizon or hitting the coastline of Europe, and we'd better make sure that all the arsenal that we have available is actually dealing with the situation by adopting the right policies, increasing the fiscal spending, which is certainly being considered by many member states in Europe as they are presenting their budgets at the moment, and with our, as you said, the many weapons that we have available, ranging from interest rate to forward guidance and asset purchase programs, we stand ready. You know, we have done a lot, and if more is needed because the situation deteriorates, then we'll do what is necessary.